everybody, Tekking101 here to review Bleach chapter... Oh, shit. Here to review Fishing COD Chapter 3. That's right, the manga that was drawn by Micheal, starring me and all my friends. That might seem like kind of a lame premise for a series, but Michael's a pretty good artist, so he allows it to carry it over. The links to the last two reviews of the series, as well as the link to Michael's Deviantart page, Miko Leaf, are found in the description below. Go over there and give him your support. This chapter was actually released in two parts. Michael released the first part like 2 months back, but I decided not to review it until it was in its entirety. But I know a lot of people are fans of the series and they need more. It's like a drug. But, you know, it's just one guy, so, you know, keep him, you know, don't rush him or anything. I've said all these things at one time or another, but they bear repeating. So, where we left off from the last chapter, Jeremy, little dipshit that started working at Dollar Tree, managed to awaken the gates of hell, and all the demons started pouring out, one of which being a giant fucking silverback gorilla. I managed to take care of that thing no problem because, well, I'm me. However, a bunch of little bat demons started to come out and, you know, kidnap all of the people that were in the surrounding area. And it's like, shit, now we gotta go down there and we gotta rescue everybody and we gotta kill all the demons, and it's Christmas Eve and there's a lot of shit going on. You know, it's just a lot of troubles for everybody. My boss has to call an 800 number and let them know, hey, the demons are out now. So great, now we have to fill out these forms, we gotta get a court date set, the insurance is gonna hate us, you know, Jeremy is basically just a complete idiot. Yeah, also, I should bring this up just because this is a massive coincidence that maybe my fantasy might be coming into reality. The other day at Dollar Tree, I'm sitting there and I'm checking people out, and I noticed that in front of the store, outside, there's like a bunch of people gathering around this pillar. You know, like right in front of the store. So I go out there to see what's going on, and there's a little bat just like hanging off the side of the pillar in the middle of the day, just sleeping. And I think it's because there was like a nest and like a colony of bats, and then there was like construction in the area, so they kind of got disturbed. But it was the weirdest thing. It was the first time I've ever seen a bat, you know, in real life, you know? It was weird. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, it's starting to take an effect, and it wasn't like a giant demon, I'm gonna kidnap people bat. It was more of just kind of like a tiny little fruit bat, but still kind of weird. Anyway, chapter starts off with a color page, just going above and beyond there, Michael. Color page where I go into the office to unlock the Holy Sword of Dalengard, the only weapon that is capable of defeating the denizens of the Expensian Horde. So, yeah, I take out this cloth wrapped in the Expensian seal, and I take all the cloth off, and I explain exactly what it is to Jeremy, who still has no idea pretty much what's going on. I'm surprised he hasn't, you know, I mean, he's pissed himself like 5 times, but, you know, he has a pretty strong heart. He hasn't passed out yet. I explain that every Dollar Tree has a case with the Holy Sword of Dalengard in it. You know, it's kind of like a fire extinguisher. You know, every store needs to have fire extinguishers, you know, to stay up to code. By the way, if there's ever a fire at my dollar store, I'm just saying fuck it and walking out the front door. I'm not gonna turn into like fire brigade of flames here. Like, all right, bring it on. You know, I'm just okay, fire. I'm done. See ya. I don't get paid enough for this shit. But you know the basic concept. Fire extinguishers are placed in stores to fight fires. Holy swords that were given to us by wizards of, you know, the Dalengardian elite thousands of years ago to fight against demons of Expensian Horde. You know, there's just basic shit here. However, either way, we've never really had to use it because just like there's never been anyone stupid enough to start a fire in the store, there's never been anyone stupid enough to open the gate and let all the demons out. Well, anyway, I open it up, and it turns out that the Holy Sword has a really cool design in this because, of course, this is just something I came up with on a whim when I was telling this story. But Michael gave a pretty cool design of it. I love the little leaf, like kind of like a lanyard keychain thing on the end of it. Like I could swap that out for anything. Like I could throw like a little chibi Rukia on the keychain of my Holy Sword as I throw it around. It's at this point that Jeremy has the nerve to ask the stupidest question on the planet. Why don't we just seal up the door? Wouldn't that be easier than going down and fighting all these horrible hell spawns? Oh, you idiot. Seal the door, Jeremy? How are we gonna do that? Do any of us look like fucking ancient Guardian wizards? No! Guess what? They all died thousands of years ago. So how are we supposed to seal that door, Jeremy? Do you have access to their freaking spellbook, which went missing millennia ago? Who the fuck knows where that is? Oh wait, no. No, it's in your elf costume. You just happen to have been holding on to this sacred tome that was used thousands of years ago that might not even exist anymore. Yeah, right, whatever. Obviously, that's not the case. So, I'll tell you what we're gonna do, Jeremy. We're gonna go down in that dungeon and we gotta kill everything that moves so it doesn't come up here and steal more people away. Steal more people away? Kidnap more people, I guess would be the appropriate way. I have a hard time being articulate when I'm fucking pissed off. Do I have to do that too? Oh yes, you have to do it. You're the one that caused this mess. You're gonna be the first one down there if I have to chuck your ass down the stairs. You know, Jeremy tries to get out of it. He tries to pressure the whole idea. Like, wait guys, I'm not good at fighting demons. I have no experience here. Maybe Jess can go. Jess is the manager, of course. But no, she has to stay up there and make a bunch of calls, obviously. There's procedures you need to follow here. I mean, I guess it would have been a better option, but Jess's powers are more focused on barrier and defensive spells and creating shields and shit. Not really that great at actually fighting against the demons. Better at, you know, keeping whatever kit's up there at bay until we manage to complete our mission. So yeah, Jeremy, you don't know that shit, do ya? Just because it's your first day on the job and you have no idea what's going on, you have the gall to not know what's going on. I know, right? It's funny that Jeremy is like the most relatable person in this entire... Like, that's the joke, if you haven't got it. The joke is Jeremy's just like a normal kid that just got hired here, and we treat him like shit for just not being up to speed, for being too normal, basically. Like, you're doing things that a normal person would do, and we're gonna chastise you for it. That's the comedy element, in case you haven't gotten a hold of my weird brand of, you know, sarcasm. Alright, so we go in the back room and prepare ourselves for heading down the stairwell into the Expensian dungeon. I toss Jeremy against the freaking freezer, and he asks, you know, okay, don't we need any weapons? I mean, you have the sword. Casey explains to him that, my god, that's like an exact replica of our break room. It gets freaky sometimes, you know, exactly how accurate this shit gets. Anyway, yeah, she explains the Holy Sword is the only thing that would be of any real use in taking down the main threat down there. It's the only thing. It's kind of like a Zanpakuto in Hollows, you know? You can fight against Hollows using other methods, like the Quincy's had the Reishi bow, and, you know, you had Uru's fucking Gatling gun thing, and Jinta's bat. But the only thing that's really effective at finishing them off for good and cleansing their souls is the Shinigami Zanpakuto. Kind of the same thing down here. I mean... yeah, if you maybe drop a nuke on a demon, it might kill it, or it might just come back someday stronger than ever. So I'm gonna take my bet with the Holy Sword. We then see Todd picking something up. It's a harness that goes around his chest, and it connects to his sword that's holding in a sheath. Jeremy asks, you know, well, what the hell's that thing then? If the Holy Sword's the only thing that's supposed to be able to kill these things for good, what's that thing? And Todd, of course, in his own particular way, of course, just says, it's just part of my costume. We get the title page, Don We Now Our Gay Apparel. Yeah. Gay. It didn't always used to mean, you know, is that still an insult? Because back when I know like back in the 50s and the 60s, gay was like just a term you would say to be, you know, happy and, you know, fun and shit. And when I was growing up though, in the late 90s, early 2000s in elementary school, gay was like the go-to insult for little kids. That was like the first thing you jump to. Like, Matt, quit being so gay. Oh my god, that's so gay. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. So gay. I really hope that's not an insult anymore, just because... I mean, it's offensive for one thing, but it just doesn't make any sense now, especially in America where, you know, gay marriage is now legal in all 50 states. It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. But despite the fact that, you know, Casey has no weapon and Todd just has a part of his costume, you know, Jeremy still asks, oh, well, don't I get a weapon? So, with that being said, I then puncture one of the boxes in the back room. I pull out a candy cane and toss it to him. I think that's an appropriate weapon there. Jeremy's a little bit dubious as to what exactly he's going to do with the candy cane, but I explained to him, yeah, once again, that candy cane's going to be about as useful as a knife would be, or a gun, or a machine gun, or ballistic missiles. I mean, I'm not gonna say that if you just took out, like, a bunch of Predator missiles and AK-47s and you just, like, jackhammered a fucking demon, it wouldn't take it down. But the only thing that can take it down for good and make sure it never comes back is the Holy Sword, weapon. You know, that's the thing that actually sends it away forever and purifies it, you know, because, picture it this way. A demon's coming at you, and then you pull out your fucking AK, and you're just like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then your friend pulls out, you know, just tossing fucking frag grenades at it, and you just finally whittle it down to nothing. You know, what's gonna happen? Well, demon blood's gonna get everywhere. You know, demon blood, you can't just wipe that shit up with bleach and a mop. You gotta make sure that shit doesn't get contaminated on any other form of life, because you might get more demons. This is really just the safest way to go about it. With that being said, we then all arrive at the stairwell, reaching down into darkness, and Jeremy, of course, is, it's kind of scary and dark, I don't want to go down. To which I use my wisdom. I am his senior here. I provide him with assurance that he will be fuck it, I just kick him down the goddamn stairs. Ow, 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 that hurts, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Oh, I stopped. Greetings, lowly humans. You have invaded my realm. Now, address me as... Oh, God, I was in the middle of the speech. Oh, good lord. You know, I don't like to kill owls. They're my favorite predatorial bird. God damn it, Jeremy. Making me kill owls. Making me kill an owl on Christmas Eve, Jeremy. Never gonna forgive you for this shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm up to date pretty much on how this shit goes down. I mean, not just the fact of the, you know, the Expensian demons themselves, but I've watched a lot of anime. I mean, come on. Gateway going down, stairwell, you get a, you know, a low-level kind of demon that's like, welcome to your doom or hell or whatever. I mean, you all know where this is going, right? So I just stab the damn thing and say, okay, buddy, look, you're bleeding out. Ain't nobody got time for that today. This little intern over here decided to open up the gate, blah, blah, blah. So just tell me where the boss is at so I can go and shove this sword up his ass and I could go home and enjoy a nice Christmas Eve. Yes, well, the master is at the lowest level of our dungeon. You have to get through 3 special... Oh, God, he punctured a lung. You have to get through 3 special rooms each. Let me guess. 3 special rooms, and each one has a demon guardian that's stronger than the last. Oh, how did you know? Lucky freaking guess. Yeah, so you know where this is going from here. It's a little bit cliche, but you gotta remember, the Expensians, they existed thousands of years ago, so they're the ones that really created this whole, you know, room-by-room system, you know, each one stronger than the last. They're the ones that kind of came up with this, so you really can't say it's unoriginal. Yeah. Alright, so as Jeremy's probably having a panic attack, we begin to wander down to the first level where we'll have to face our initial challenge to move forward. While we're doing that, we're kind of just questioning, you know, that owl just fucking talked. What the hell was up with that? So, what, was it like a demon or something? I know owls are pretty smart. Yeah, but, you know, it was a demon. It's just like, owls have big eyes, but they're not really any more intelligent than a normal baby. And then Todd brings up, oh, well, maybe it's smarter than a baby that's an anaphylactic. Anaphylactic? I don't even know what that is. Hold on, Michael left a note here. Anaphylactic. An infant born without a major portion of the brain, skull, and scalp. Jeez, Todd, that's... Wow. It's kind of fucked up. They totally nailed his character. Okay, so our noble heroes... Our noble heroes arrive in the first room. It's like an entire looking bony, webby sort of place with torches all over the place, to which we then see our first obstacle. The first true Expensian demon that we must face in combat. Are you terrified of my horrifying form? Cool. Alright, so the demon takes the form of a giant centipede with a spider where the head would be, you know, with the legs stretching out and the eyes. And I gotta tell you, from just a vague description that I gave in that story, Micheal did a very imposing, very terrifying job of drawing this dude. You know, right down to the freaking, you know, the ooze, the saliva liquid pouring out of his mouth. I mean, this thing is fucking terrifying. However, I'm a big fan of insects. I like studying them, even though spiders and centipedes aren't insects. I'm also a big fan of arthropods too, and yeah, so I'm just curious about it more than anything. I'm not even terrified. I'm just like, I wonder if he's more centipede than spider or spider than centipede. Todd, of course, is not terrified by anything, so he's just like, well, I don't know. I wonder if it shoots webs. And I bring up, like, oh, wait, now that you mention that, shouldn't we be stuck to, like, this huge web by now? So, like, this demon's entire, like, its room is, like, basically made out of a giant web. Keep in mind, we're, like, climbing down through a tree right now. Remember, it was, like, a giant trees that were planted all throughout the land. And then they were cut down, and then, like, the Dollar Tree stores were placed where the trees used to be. So, like, the Dollar Tree is, like, the stump of the tree, and then we're, like, climbing down through, like, a network of roots and shit. God, was I fucking high when I told this story? Holy shit. So yeah, Casey and Jeremy are not doing too well of this whole thing. They kind of freak out with the insects everywhere. Casey gets like some centipedes and spiders crawling over her. She freaks out, yelling, fuck, 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 fuck. But yeah, they got her character down pretty much. Oh my god, would you shut up, Jeremy? It's freaking loud. We're in a cavern. It echoes, you idiot. But wait, that was Casey. Oh, just shut up, you jack off. Everything is your fault, Jeremy. Even if something isn't your fault, it's your fault. You're like Meg from Family Guy. Get used to it. So I just charge in, begin hacking off all of its legs one by one. There's quite a bit of them. So, oh my god, he even got the imprint on my shoes right. The N symbol. I like the New Balance symbol on my shoes. I don't even know how he managed to find that. When in any one of my videos have I ever shown off my shoes? That takes dedication. And a little bit of stalker behavior, but a lot of dedication, mostly. Right, so I just continue to lop off more of the centipede legs, and then I decide just to slice the entire centipede body in half. And that's when I noticed something interesting about him. See, normally, what normal spiders do is they have a gland, a silk gland in their body where they, you know, create their silk, and it comes out, not their ass, it comes out another organ below their ass called a spinneret. The reason I know so much about spiders, on top of them just being fascinating, is Rhaenyra is my favorite girl from Monster Musume, so that kind of accounts for a lot of that too. Anyway, I noticed that this dude isn't the same because he's not creating a web out of his spinneret, so I figure, wait, maybe the entire centipede body comes out of the spinneret. So yeah, so he's just basically a giant spider that can eject the body of a centipede from his backside and just regenerate his limbs. So even if I hack off, like, the entire room is covered with this centipede body, like the entire thing is mostly that, but I can hack away at that all I want. It doesn't matter because he can just like deattach that like a lizard's tail and just regrow the whole fucking thing. So the spider is like the main body. I notice this as the spider begins to explain that this is just merely a natural ability, being able to regrow my body, and you will all be dead before you even notice my real power. For I am a Zezep. I will stare into your mind and rip out your very soul. What? I don't know what he means by that, but he's not gonna get a chance to show it off because I'm launching the finishing blow on this asshole. I climb up the tail, jump off his fucking abdomen, and go to launch the strike when I dislocate my shoulder out of place and fall to the ground. You know what? I'm not even mad because that would be totally something it's happened to me before. It's happened to me before. You know, I'm, you know, doing something really weird and awkward where I raise up one of my hands, like playing badminton or some shit, and I'd be like, come on, here it goes. Ultimate serve! Click! Damn it! It happened like a few weeks ago at Dollar Tree where all I was doing was just yawning. You know, we locked up the store, everything's good to go. I decided to yawn and I put my arms up behind my head and I interlocked my fingers and I like, yawn, clack! Fuck! And it took about 5 minutes to pop that back into place. So, it's just a problem I've always had. I probably should get that looked at, but, you know, that would take time and ain't nobody got time for that. So I usually just pop it back in and just go about my day. But yeah, I dislocated my shoulder, to which Zezep then notices that, well, I'm kind of a sitting duck here, so he states, let me start with you. Todd eventually, you know, arrives to kind of, you know, shield me from Zezep, and he asks him, oh wait, was that the Zezep's ability, or whatever the hell his name was, for you to, like, dislocate your shoulder? Like, is that what his power was? And I'm like, oh no, this happens to me all the time, that's not what he did. Anyway, Zezep decides just to release his power and show everybody what he means. So, he steps up to Todd, looks him right in the eye, and he says, I will absorb your very essence! And so we zoom into Todd's eye, and the last scene of the chapter, we just get a pitch black page. What is this? We get 2 bonus pages, though, that are pretty cool. The first one is my superhero character that can rival even Saitama himself. Techman! More ass pulls than ever. Mongol of the Year! I can only dream of trolling like that. Sexy hairline! Oh, you bet I have one. And then the last bonus is a callback to a video that I made like back in April or May. It was me doing a Let's Play of an RPG. It was called Jesus Christ, the RPG. It's a thing. It's free. Go check it out. But no, this is U-Hawk, the RPG. Immersive turn-based battle. Perform miracles as the almighty Son of God. Gather apostles. And then kill them later. Now available on Steam, rated M. I would totally download that game for, I don't know, $5, maybe 10. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. We now see, Todd, his soul being stared into by Zezep. He stated, his power is to suck out the soul. I'll be honest with you guys, as I came up with this story pretty much on the fly with little to no preparation, I was basing a Zezep pretty much off a Ko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. In the series, Ko is able to steal anybody's face if they have expressions while they look at him. When you talk to Ko, you have to have like a really bland expression. You have to have no features going on, because if you smile or if you cringe or if you scream, then Ko will steal your fucking face, literally steal your face, and then like it'll morph into that like again and again and again as he's talking to you. So it's pretty fucked up. That's what the basis was for this, but I like to think Michael's taken some artistic liberties and changing a little bit of stuff around, and of course I've been in contact with him and, letting him know about some stuff to change and add, so it's not going to be the exact same story. But, yeah, that was another chapter of Fishing COD. Hope you guys enjoyed. I guess I could tell you what happens next, but that wouldn't be fair now, would it? So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out Michael's Deviantart below. Check out my other reviews. This will be Tekking, signing out.